Here we are. We come to the finale, the 10th episode of Channel Indie's Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival interview series about some amazing films. And why shouldn't they be amazing? Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival is 51 years old. 51. They are the oldest genre film festival in America. They have bred famous filmmakers, Oscar winners, and so much more. If you're a filmmaker in Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival, you have reached a pinnacle. And we're going to talk to some pinnacles today. In this last installment, I have two gentlemen here. Guy, let's start with you. Tell us about your movie. Tell us why you're here.
Well, you chose me. It's a short film about artificial intelligence, child abuse, and unrequited love. So, all the big sci-fi themes. And that's about all I can tell you.
That's
And it's animated.
it, well, then it's perfect that you're both together for this. Uh, Child abuse, AI, and it, it, I'm not sure how they come together. Can you share with us a little bit about the movie?
Not really. It's a robot raising a child, and there are some issues on a number of different fronts.
Very
Sorry.
cool. Um, when is the movie going up?
I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance to see the program guide yet. I believe it's part of the Shorts Fest, and I think it's in the last batch.
Last batch. Excellent. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, you go to bostonsci-fi.com, and that's where you're hearing all about all of these movies, and you have a chance to order tickets and get merchandise and all other good things. bostonsci-fi.com. Where'd you get the idea, Guy? We've seen this. What's the other animated that's out? The Wild Robot. We get the idea. Here is a robot raising forest creatures, and now you've taken it one step further. Where'd you get this idea?
About in 2012, I was looking for some kind of a comic book project I could do, and I was scanning the internet for pictures of robots because I wanted to do a robot thing. And somebody had left a card up, which was the Forbidden Planet poster, the robot carrying the woman. But they had turned it into, I presume, a Valentine's Day card because the poster now read, "Be my forbidden Valentine." And basically, I saw that, and the story wrote itself. That was about it. It's basically Robbie the Robot's version of Forbidden Planet.
That's really cool. From the robot POV. You're also taking a classic. You're taking a classic that reimagines science fiction on so many levels, and it was based on Shakespeare. So talk about an excellent source. So you're taking us into this next level. A robot is taking care of a child. How did the robot come to take care of the child?
Well, I don't want to give anything away, but there is actually a thread, and it's based on the idea of how many commands can a machine actually understand, and are there ambiguities in those commands? For example, Asimov's laws of robotics, which are nonsense, um, but well intentioned. They're ambiguous and they don't work. Well, if you apply that to a real machine, what do you end up with? Often some misunderstandings, and that's pretty well the premise of the show.
And
Well, the short.
now you're taking us to Asimov's I, Robot. When the first time that was ever done on screen, if you will, was in an Outer Limits episode in the 60s. And that really raised something in terms of consciousness of robots and what is considered right and wrong. So you're taking us to the next level.
Kind of, but my references have always been John Sladek. So things like Roderick and TikTok, which I always thought were much more practical and a lot funnier.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, I wish you all the best with this. I can't wait to see it. I will be at the festival. Will you be at the festival?
Unfortunately, not. I'm in Montreal at the moment, and it's just a question of money. So I won't be. I've just gotten back from Australia and I'm still a little jet lagged. Sorry for the vague answers here, but I was in Massachusetts, and in fact, I had a film in the festival about 2012 or something. I was in Boston in 2012, and I loved it. I wish I could go back there. So it's not because I don't want to be, but thank you.
Well, you are well represented by this film. Love animation, love where animation is going, and I look forward to seeing yours at the festival and learning more about it. Thank you so much. And now I have to preface if I enter into interviews with this gentleman every year with a great measure of excitement. And I was once asked, they said, because I kept saying, no, no, this is Bob White. I'm doing Bob White. And they said, what's so important? Let me tell you what's so important. Bob White talks the talk and walks the walk and gives the give. Uh, Bob White is a consummate professional, a good man, and a brilliant artist. He doesn't stop even at those monikers. He every year he comes into this festival with an amazing moment of fantastical animation, fantastical work that comes all from his mind. And he doesn't just do that. He then steps into the classroom and has been for I I don't I won't ask how long, but I follow him on Facebook, and he is a professor at which university, Bob?
Simmons University.
Simmons University. He is a professor at Simmons University, and no incoming freshman is more excited than Professor White on the first day of school. And no outgoing senior is more wistful at graduation than Professor White. Whenever I've seen him at the event or at these interviews, it's like it's the very first time he's been there. He has been there. How many years is this for you, Professor?
This is my ninth film in 9 years, although I started the festival 50, 51 years ago. I was hanging around Cambridge at the Orson Welles Cinema, even before they were numbering them. And I haven't been to them all, definitely not. But let's just say the last decade I've been present.
At least, at least. And when he is there, his exuberance, his energy, his joy is totally infectious. And as one can see, he also walks the walk in terms of the look. He is an inspiration in that sense. He has decided he will wear the flamboyance of his art. He will speak the joy of his craft in no uncertain terms. He is a genuine inspiration to the art of science fiction and fantasy, and he is the kind of professor that any student should beg for. So to be in his presence, I am all that much more enriched. Professor, it is always a pleasure to see you. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. And may I embrace my fellow robot animator.
Thank you very much.
It was very funny when you said I have an animation. I thought, okay, I didn't plan it, but there you go. That's the perfect curtain riser for this episode. Bob, tell us about what you now. We have images pulsating behind you. What's this year's entry?
My film is called Adventures of Space Girl. It is about 7 minutes long. It's an animated film grown from hand-drawn pictures and birthed through a computer, doing all of the wonderful things that computers do, like coloring, in-betweening, and even green screening for cartoons. I narrate the story, which sounds very much like something for children. It celebrates a girl who is little, who engages science, and who makes a robot. And of course, they have adventures. So she meets up with a robot friend on a distant planet. They discover a group of strange creatures, lizards and frogs and a dog. Oh my. Initially, these creatures are quite friendly, but actually they're being kind of evil. So, Space Girl and her robot friend have to set things straight.
It sounds like it is, but I ask the question, is it for children?
I was not really sure because there's some scary stuff in it. I got feedback from a colleague who has two children and said that she enjoyed it, but she didn't actually say it's a children's film. So I'll just say when you check off, is this a movie for children? I don't check that, it's but we'll see.
But it's educational nonetheless, whether you're the parent watching this for your children or you're brave enough to put your kid in front of the screen. My father did. I saw The Exorcist when I was 11 years old.
Whoa!
So there you go. And I turned out fine. Uh, I think it's really brilliant that you're teaching lessons, and in a way, the fact that it's mature, you're teaching parents things that they need to deal with their children, and nowadays, I think parents could use some education on that as well. And there you are giving it. Now these are hand drawn. You've drawn these images and then computerized them and animated them. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. As you know, perhaps if you visit Bob White Movies, my YouTube channel and stuff, for the longest time I've been doing computer animation that looks like Toy Story, in that they are creatures that are built and they do wonderful things in the computer. Of late, we have this explosion of brilliant computer animation. Give me a K-pop demon hunter and Spider-Verse and the like. And I was kind of feeling that I was needing to express my originality a little bit, separate myself from the field. So my originality are the scribbles and the drawings that I make that nobody else makes. So to make this movie, I want to do line drawings to at least work with them. I went back to my notebooks, and I can't even tell you when the images were done, but I found some and I said, that looks like a robot. And I love the little girl face that I had done in 1984 for Moon Age Daydream and stuff like that. So I moved that way, and I should say that I discovered just a couple of days ago, researching this, getting ready for you, my dear friend, that the kind of drawing I do is called something like automatic drawing, where you put the pen down to the paper and you make a mark, and then the mark kind of tells you what you're going to do next, or it lets you do next. So they're a bit unconscious, although frequently I am, subconscious, or what have you. And that's how it began, and that's how I continued.
This is really remarkable. There was I was watching it recently. One of the publishers of DC Comics, I think it was at Comic-Con or something like that, one of the events, got up and quite righteously said, we do not use dot matrix and all the other forms of comic book creation when we do our work. It is still artist driven. It is still by hand. you're handing us the craft itself. It's like if Rembrandt came back, he's not going to grab his laptop. He's going to grab his brush. He's going to grab he's going to grab his hands are going to do the work, and you're doing that for us. You're handing us your work out of your head, and ironically, the fact that you just put the pen down and go, okay, tally ho, and that's where you go. You are handing us your soul, and then you're handing it to modern technology to put it together. How much more brilliant, how much more of a joy is it to watch that? Absolutely wonderful. Why do you do it? Why do you do it? You don't need to. Let's put it that way, as people say, you don't need to. Why do you come back every year? Why do you make these animations? Why do you do it?
Oh my goodness. I come back because the festival is magnificent. It's a community festival and marathon. Let us not forget that the festival ends with a 24-hour science fiction film marathon.
Oh,
There's a bit of pain attached to this experience of staying up and drinking a lot of coffee and watching some wonderful movies, and then some clunkers, but whatever. But the festival itself, 30 short filmmakers, God bless you all, have passed through the gate. You've been selected, and we have about 5 programs, I guess, of about 5 or 6 films sprinkled throughout the first part of the festival marathon. And I come
I'm
back.
sorry, I didn't mean to intercede there, but I just remembered, are you playing Forbidden Planet in that marathon this year?
They are. They are. Let me tell
I've
you.
seen it once on the big screen. It's absolutely amazing on the big screen. It's good in HD, but it's incredible on the big screen, and I wish I was there for that alone.
I will be with you in spirit. Forbidden Planet was an inspiration. I saw it
Yes.
in the theaters when it came out. I'm 80 and a half years old, and I've been teaching for 55 years. Okay, so you got those numbers out of the way. So um, Robbie the robot is one of the kind robots, not the terrifying ones. And he is the protector of uh, the the daughter of Morbius. And
right.
In my story, it's a story of a girl who has a protector of a protector robot. Sometimes I think it has a resonance of the day the earth stood still with Gort, who is not the terrifying monster robot, uh, but he works with Klaatu and is his protector, and is in fact kind of brings him back from the dead. We don't want to dwell too much on that. Hollywood didn't want to just say for a while he could be alive. And my cartoon robot, by accident or happenstance, sends out the ray of goodness and happiness and stuff toward the end of the movie, and kind of resurrects the creatures that are being set upon by the evil lizards and things like that. So I've been embracing. I went to Japan in 1984, and I came back with a Robbie the robot this big, with all kinds of twinklies and stuff like that. That's I'm still a child, I guess, inside this.
Well, they say the golden age of science fiction is 12, right?
Oh, I am always we always be a little bit 12.
I have aspired to that my entire life. I went from 12 to my age now, but I don't mention my age. I just say I'm still 12 somewhere within. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And ironically, I had a colleague of mine who went to Japan also. And I told him, bring me back some sort of fancy science fiction things. And I thought he was going to bring me back a Godzilla, because if he's going to Japan, he's bringing me back a Godzilla. He brought me back a Robbie the robot.
Whoa!
So I have one sitting in my home. as well. Now I know I'm in really good company, and and
I have one in the living room.
there
Shame
you
on
go.
you.
So our Robbie the Robot Club. Um, and Bob, you're making yours with a happy ending, and I think that's also what we need desperately right now because the world is on a pessimistic side right now, and science fiction that's equally pessimistic. I'm not saying it's not good because it always has a moral, it always has a message, but to say and they lived happily ever after once in a while, I think we really need it right now. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that yours has the hopeful ending. Um, a stupid question. You're going to be at the festival, yes?
I certainly will be at the festival.
Excellent. First drinks on me.
Happy, happy to bring you happiness.
Indeed.
My
Uh,
film screens opening night,
excellent.
uh, 6 p.m. Wednesday, the 11th of February, 2026, for you archaeologists who've just dug up this recording. It is just before Gore Verbinski's feature at 8 o'clock. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Good luck, have fun, don't die. I love the trailer.
I think I'm
And
going to use that in my
I'll be there for
salutation.
the duration, forgive me.
That's all right. I'm actually glad. I can't wait. I can't wait to see your film. I can't wait to see you. Um, it is always a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to not say look for Bob because you will find him. So you don't need to look very far. It is the glowing presence that will be omnipresent at the event. But look for his film. Look for all of these films at Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival. It is February 11th through the 16th at the Somerville Theater in Somerville, Massachusetts. And that is bostonsci-fi.com, where you can get tickets, where you can get everything you need to have an absolutely enjoyable evening. And I'm going to say that I'm going to be there and I'm boarding Amtrak, but I'm going to call it TARDIS because when I get off there and I step into the Somerville Theater, I will be 12 again. So I can't wait to be there, and I hope I am not alone, and there are tons of devotees out there to see all of these wondrous pieces. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure. Guy, I can't wait to see your film. Congratulations. And Professor White, can't wait to see yours. Did you send me a screener also of your film?
I did.
Excellent. Excellent.
And let me plug some
Please.
some very fine young filmmakers made a documentary of me. They spent about, well, they've said it's a while. Anyway, it is on YouTube. It has a interesting title. If you search for "Who the F space 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 is Bob White," you can visit the documentary. Sorry, I can't say the F word, but it's on the screen.
That's all right. That's all right. I highly endorse that plug, and I highly endorse it before you all go to the festival. Get to know this amazing man. Get to know this emissary for the world of the fantastical, and get to know his work and the work of all of these amazing filmmakers at Boston Sci-Fi Film Festival number 51, bostonsci-fi.com. Get there and be 12. And I don't mean the vitamin, just as I said it. Gentlemen, thank you so much. It's a pleasure. And Bob, I look forward to seeing you. And Guy, I look forward to seeing your film. Thank you both very much.
Take
Thank
care.
you very much. Take
Ciao.
care. Have a good festival, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.